All right, let's do one more example of some simple algebra. And this is the hardest level of math you will ever see in this course. And you won't see it much even. Let's say we have a is equal to 3b squared. And I happen to know that a is equal to 27 and b is what I'm looking for. I want to know what b is. Okay. Well, again, you might think, wow, let's just throw in the 27 and plug and chug, but let's not do that. Okay. I'm looking for b. I know a. b squared is b multiplied by 3, so how do I get rid of the 3? Well, hopefully, you said you divide by 3. Because if you're being multiplied by 3, to get rid of it, you want to divide by 3. So you divide by 3, but again, to do it properly, you have to divide by 3 on both sides. So the 3's go away, and you end up with a divided by 3 is equal to b squared. Okay. Are we done? Well, you might be tempted to say we are, because the b is isolated. But it's not really, because this isn't b, this is b squared. B squared is b times b. Okay? So what do? Do you divide by b? Well, no, because then you get a b over here too, so that doesn't work. To go from b squared to b, you have to do something called a square root. Okay? A square root is where you say, all right, I put the square root sign on this side, and again, the golden rule of algebra, you have to do it on both sides. The square root says what times itself gives you the thing inside. What multiplied by itself will give you the thing inside this sign? Well, in this case, b times itself will give you the thing inside. So what you've got is the square root of a over 3 is equal to b. Okay. Now, if this were a math class, I would be marked partly wrong for this. Because to be perfectly honest and rigorous, there's two ways you can get b squared. You can get it by saying b times b, or you can get it by saying negative b times negative b. So the answer here would be plus b or negative b. Okay? But in this case, let's pretend we know that b is a positive quantity, just to make things simpler. So we pretend that b is a positive quantity, so square root of a over 3 is equal to b. Now and only now do you plug in 27 for a. So you have the square root of 27 over 3 is equal to b. Okay? 27 divided by 3 is 9. So the square root of 9 is b. And what's the square root of 9? Well, again, hopefully you don't have to use your calculator for this. What times itself gives you 9? Well, 3 times itself gives you 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 is equal to b. Okay? And look, all three of our examples came up with the number 3, okay, just by coincidence. So this is the hardest level of algebra you will ever see in this course. And in fact, most of the time, you won't see anywhere close to this level of difficulty. So if you have no trouble with this level of math, you're going to have no trouble with the math in this course. Okay? If you do, think of this as an opportunity, that this is finally a way to learn some of this basic math and learn it by doing some examples of things that are actually kind of interesting when we get to stuff like Newton's laws or the law of gravity or things like that.